Okay, hi there. Day 35, which is the 11th of November. It's day 35 of the journey of a life coach, whether it's success or a scam. Only a few weeks to go until the initiation weekend in Sydney. I'm Danny Crouch. I live on the Gold Coast, and I'm following the guidance and steps of Sharon Pearson and the Coaching Institute, and working on learning materials that they provide, and also reading external books, watching videos, doing anything I can for my own personal development and to start a successful business, whether it be in life coaching or whatever field it takes me towards. Throughout the process, I'm adding to my tools and techniques of how I'm going about doing these things. I focus on certain areas such as positive thinking, positive talking, removing negative thoughts and negative beliefs, taking action, setting goals and trying to achieve those goals. I do that at the moment through a book that I'm completing each day, like a journal. Basically going in there, I've got a daily affirmation which I'm sticking to at the moment. It may vary slightly from day to day. I've got goals that I want to set for the day, and there'll be tasks or goals. Goals for the medium and long term, which I'm counting down from a day that I started a couple of weeks ago. And also reflecting on the past 24 hours of thoughts or ideas that may have come up, how I am vocalizing them and recording them, and when I reflect back on these videos, I want to try and watch the journey and see how my language has changed, how my actions have changed, how I look, my size. I really looked this morning at these bags under the eyes. I want to get rid of those. And at the moment, I'm currently recording on the iPad, on my iPad, which I'm then uploading to my Dropbox, and then I'm downloading from my Dropbox onto YouTube. Which I've just realised why on earth I'm not just uploading straight to YouTube on my iPad, and I'll give that a go after this. That's obviously an idea of vocalising these things. Now these videos are taking somewhere around the 10-minute mark. I thought they'd get quicker, but I've come to the conclusion of if I've got 10 minutes, why not work with it? I've got as long as I like really, but I'll stick on the 10-minute mark. So moving forward to the affirmation. Today I will do everything in my power to reduce my weight to below 109 kilograms by the 25th of December 2014. I'll complete my exercise, eat healthily and focus on my back being as strong as it can be. I am thinner and my back is getting stronger. Now, a couple of things to note there. I got back yesterday from about 4 weeks of being away from home. Jumped on the scales, and where I thought I was around the 118, 119 kilo mark, I've jumped up to about 124. So that goal of going back down to 109 kilos is going to be a really challenging one. But tomorrow I've got a Skype meeting with one of the coaches from the Institute, and they're going to go through a weight loss program. And I think I've spoken about this before, the weight loss, that's a term I'm not 100% sure how well it works. Purely in the sense of if you're telling your subconscious that you can lose the weight, is your subconscious going to start thinking, well, if you've lost it, I'll be able to find it again. So it's not about losing it, it's getting rid of it, and it never coming back. My feelings or emotions when I jumped on those scales, I had a slight inkling that I might have added a bit of weight on the cruise and not doing as much exercise. I didn't think it would be up there. I've never weighed over 120, I've never weighed over 118 or 119 kilos in my life. So that in itself was interesting. The way I responded was new to me. I would have expected, I would have been disappointed and upset, and then went straight towards, oh well, there goes my goal for Christmas. But it's not, it was sort of a neutral feeling. So I wasn't excited, I wasn't upset. I'm finding it hard as I think now to explain it, and then dare I say hard. I'm not finding it easy, or I'm not finding it simple to work out what emotional feeling I was going through when I saw that. Something inside me believes that if that's what's meant to happen, that's what's meant to happen, and probably when I go down this path of verbalizing it, I'm now questioning, is that going to reduce my motivation to achieve that goal by Christmas? So it's me questioning again, it's me doubting, and not being sure of what's going to happen. Moving forward, the goals for today is make particular phone calls to the people that I need to, whether they're friends, business or family, as a catch-up. I'm going to do my exercise and stretching, which I've changed the routine around. I'm going to do that before going on our walk and stretches. That way I can upload the video while we're away and we're not interrupting the interview. The work time. I've got to work on Nirvana and Open Colleges stuff. I want to complete an hour's reading. I'm currently reading Awaken with the Giant Within from Tony Robbins. And one of the tasks that I want to get onto is in the book from Tony Robbins, he's asked us to write down our empowering and disempowering beliefs. Now, I got to this point yesterday, and one thing that I'm a little bit annoyed about and frustrated about is a lot of these books ask you to put the book down and actually take action and write down what they want you to do, which is good. I understand that by writing these things out, you're verbalizing and you're telling your mind that these are the things that you're focusing on. But for someone like me who in the past hasn't enjoyed reading a lot, to get in the mood to read and then find I get a couple of pages in and I'm told to put it down, I've got to get up out of bed or off the couch and go and get a pen and paper and write these things down. There's a little bit of frustration, but as I'm verbalizing this and talking this through, I'm actually saying, well, if you know you're going to read, why not keep this journal beside you, and then whenever you're asked to write something down, I've got it there handy. So that might be the solution, or that is the solution from now on, moving forward. I'm going to keep this book with me when I'm reading, so I can write those empowering and disempowering beliefs. Now, moving on towards that, and reflecting over the last 24 hours, and I'm not sure if I spoke about this yesterday, but this is where I found it rather challenging once again to actually come up with my beliefs. I know I've got them. I know I've got limiting beliefs, I know I've got disempowering beliefs, and I know I've got very powerful beliefs. But actually identifying them and talking them and being able to write them down was a challenge, and this is where I called on Nick and asked her to help me. She also suggested that by going through these motions, I'm getting them up, I'm surfacing them, I'm writing them down so I'll be prepared for the initiation in December. So just flicking through, obviously, the further I go down, the deeper they tend to get. So I started off with the older you get, the faster time goes. So obviously thinking along the lines of when we were at school, it used to feel like a day would drag on, a school term would drag on, take forever for the holidays to get there. Now the older we get, we go, oh, where did that year go? Geez, it's just flown by. Salesmen are scammers. Now, coming from a sales and marketing background myself, it's probably been pushed on me that people don't necessarily believe in their products and what they're selling, and they will do whatever it takes to make the sale, regardless of whether it's the best product or service for the person they're speaking with. And that has been a belief of mine that annoys and bugs me. Other drivers are not concerned about others. So when they're on the road, they don't care about anyone around them or behind them or in front of them. They just drive along their merry way. People judge the way I look, so that's more a belief of mine that everyone's watching me or everyone's looking at me, when in actual fact people probably don't even care, they probably don't notice. I have a belief that I'm not very good looking. I have had a belief that I need alcohol to dance and have a good time and etc. To build confidence, and this is where I was sort of losing track, and that's only 4 or 5 beliefs that I've come up with, and this is where Nick sort of helped me and started talking about women, how I believe women are manipulative. This could probably relate to women are from Mars, men are from Mars, women are from Venus or whatnot, different ways of thinking. I think they use language and all this. The Americans write sitcoms, and all TV countries write sitcoms, I suppose, and men think one way, women think another way. And then into friendships. I believe that friends will always be there for me, and friends will make an effort to contribute to the friendship. which I suppose sounds fair enough, but I think I put too much emphasis on it, and my beliefs are too much emphasis. So I want to develop those empowering beliefs and disempowering beliefs and make a bigger list, which I plan to do today. So going back to the goals now, reflection. A couple of things I'm thinking about. We've sort of come up with a plan of to have a dry month up until at least the conference that I'm going to in December, the initiation conference. So that means no alcohol. So we're working on going to bed at 10:30, reading for a while, and then getting up around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So we've got a little bit more time in the morning. So my reflection has changed from just yesterday. It's now a reflection of yesterday and this morning, because I lie in bed, get up a bit earlier, lie in bed and think a lot more. And one thing I was thinking about just briefly was taxes. One of my medium to long-term goals is to be earning over $100,000 within 12 months. And I've sort of identified that as being self-employed, the best thing for me to possibly do is to pay no tax, or as little tax as possible. So whatever the business is bringing in, write as much as I can off in business expenses and keep my wages down to as low as possible, so if possible under the tax-free threshold. Now what I've just been thinking about is what that actually suggests is I'm never ever going to really earn any decent money, because I've got this belief or disempowering belief about taxes, that they're bad and they're evil. It's stopping me from earning money. So I want to reframe that and be attracted to paying the taxes. The more taxes I pay, the more money I'm going to be earning. So I want to start embracing the taxes and look towards moving up into that nearest tax bracket. It's got to be paid. I might as well give it to the tax man, but what on the other side I should be looking at is, instead of earning $25,000 a year, I want to be earning the 50, 70, 80, 100, 150, 200,000 as quickly as I can. So the new reframe is going to be on taxes and spending, getting into that next tax bracket. So they're going to be some of the goals I want to work on. I discussed the weight. That's interesting. I'm going to be driven a bit more, so just my simple walk in the morning, I'm going to look and try and push towards. I'm going to gradually get to a half-hour ride on the exercise bike, starting today with 15 minutes. I've decided. It's now 8:32. We go for a walk at 9 o'clock. So by the time I finish this and upload it, it'll be time for a ride. And I went through how I was challenged with writing down the beliefs. So I think I mentioned it was day 27, smoke-free. So pushing up to the 4-week mark tomorrow, which is fantastic. Now the goals for coming up, we're down to 82 days for a 3-month goal, which is to complete 3 coaching books, which today I'm going to email Nick the coaching questions so we can start working on those as we walk around. I'm going to have 1 paying speaking gig by the 1st of February 2015. The 6-month goal of 172 days to go is to have a business cruise booked and or a holiday booked. I did have or, I'm now going to change that to and, because I want both. And we will get that holiday cruise and the business cruise up and running. The yearly goal has down to 357 days, and that's to have a successful business where I am earning over 100,000 So going back to that taxes reflection, that's something that I want to focus on and look forward to paying the tax on that. And then the 3-year goal is for 1,087 days, which is to have the unit paid off. Going back to the taxes, I'm going to embrace that, and by the 3rd year be earning big bucks. That's going to be able to allow me to plough a lot of money into this unit, and have it paid off. But been a long one today, 14.5 minutes, but that's giving a bit more of a description and reflection and goal setting. Hope that was enjoyable, and I'll see you on the flip side tomorrow.